Welcome to the Balanced Hormone Solution podcast. If you're a woman, 35 plus, feeling exhausted, struggling to lose weight, and wondering where your libido went, this is for you. I am Tracy Erin, a functional medicine practitioner who helps women balance their hormones naturally without prescriptions, guesswork, or trendy nonsense. Because here's the truth. Your symptoms aren't random. They're signals. And if you know how to listen, you can fix the root cause and start feeling like yourself again. If you're ready for real solutions, let's get to it. Hair loss in perimenopause isn't just a vanity issue. It's a vital sign. And if you've ever stared at your shower drain wondering if you're going bald, this episode is for you. So welcome to the Balanced Hormone Solution podcast. I am your host, Tracy Erin, a registered nurse and integrative health practitioner, and I'm here to help you stop surviving, and start thriving. So if you're tired of shedding more hair than a golden retriever, which I personally own and I know how much they shed, and being told that it's just aging, today we are pulling back the curtain. So hair thinning, bald spots, breakage, shedding by the handful, it's heartbreaking. And it's happening to so many women in perimenopause. But here's the truth. Your hair is not the problem. It's the messenger. So today we're going to unpack the real root cause reasons your hair is thinning, what labs to run and how to interpret them functionally, what to eat, what to supplement, and how to nourish your scalp from the inside out. So I've sat with women sobbing because they feel like they're watching their femininity disappear in the mirror. Hair loss hits deep, and I've been there too. Postpartum, mid-burnout, cortisol crashing, and it takes more than a shampoo or daily doses of collagen to fix it. It took listening to my body's signals. So here's the catcher. Your hair follows your hormones. When estrogen and progesterone drop, hair growth is going to slow and shedding increases. And this is because estrogen promotes hair growth and it prolongs the growth phase of hair. And progesterone helps block something called DHT, which is a hormone that shrinks the hair follicles. And in perimenopause, as these drop, DHT can dominate, causing androgenic thinning. What does that mean? Androgenic, meaning male. We all have male friends and some husbands who are bald, right? Or at least have very thinning hair as they grow older. So in perimenopause, that DHT dominates and we get thinning just like men do. The thing to look out for would be to do a Dutch complete or a blood test. You want to know your numbers for estradiol, progesterone, testosterone, and DHT. So what we're going to look for on these tests and in your results is, do you have low estrogen progesterone and elevated DHT or testosterone? If that's the case, here's some supplement supports that really go a long way. DIM plus calcium D glucarate. These two supplements really help to clear estrogen safely. Saw palmetto really helps too. That blocks DHT activity. And evening primrose oil is the perimenopause woman's best friend. It balances prostaglandins and it definitely supports your scalp. And here's a couple things that you can eat in order to improve this. Seeds like flax and pumpkin and sunflower seeds. I personally teach all my clients how to do seed cycling, where we're eating certain seeds the first 2 weeks of our month and of the cycle, and different seeds the last 2 weeks of the cycle. And this makes a tremendous difference in things like mood and how our periods go. Also, cruciferous vegetables daily, and that is because not only do we need the fiber for our microbiome, but our liver loves broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables to help get spent estrogen out of the body properly so that it does not uptake and recycle. Also, zinc-rich foods, things like pumpkin seeds, oysters. I love a good oyster. The second thing is that cortisol is a hair loss trigger. right? Because stress hormones reroute nutrients away from non-essential functions like hair. Remember that cortisol is your stress hormone and it is there to help you survive. Therefore, you don't need your hair for survival, and it's one of the first things to go when cortisol is high. Chronic stress, if it's high or means dysregulated cortisol, right? That is going to create stress-related shedding. Also, cortisol depletes B vitamins, zinc, iron. These nutrients are essential for hair growth. Perimenopause got you feeling like a hormonal hostage? Your period's unpredictable, your sleep's trash, your mood's a minefield, and no one prepared you for this. Enter the Balanced Hormone Solution, my 90-day program for women 35 plus who are done guessing and ready to feel like themselves again. Because we test, not guess. We detox, rebalance, and get your hormones and your life back in check. Because you're not broken, you're just burned out. So let's fix that. Head to TracyErinWellness.com and let's get started. Elevated cortisol triggers blood sugar imbalances and inflammation. So how do we know if this is our trigger? Well, the Dutch test. This is why I personally use it on every single client. Also, you could do just a 4-point salivary cortisol, but why not do the Dutch test and get it all at once? If you're going to look at functional blood work, you could do fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C, and insulin, because we're looking to see how imbalanced is your blood sugar. When it comes to supplements, things that really move the needle on this would be adaptogens like ashwagandha, rhodiola, magnesium glycinate before bed, and a B complex with methylated B12 and folate. These are very, very calming and supportive to the adrenals. As far as nutrition goes, you know what I'm going to say. We need a protein-rich breakfast, at least 30 grams of protein. I will never stop shouting this from the rooftops. Stable meals, okay? No skipping, no fasting, unless you're my client. We've talked about how to use that in an advanced way. Salted adrenal cocktails, coconut water, sea salt, a little bit of lemon, lime, or an orange. Really, really wonderful. The adrenals need salt to function optimally. That whole low salt craze totally tanked women's hormones. So also, you can't grow hair without the right nutrients. Why is that? It's because hair is made of protein, but it also relies on minerals, thyroid function, and a healthy gut. So, iron deficiency is a leading cause of hair loss in women, even if you're not anemic. We need to figure out what your iron levels are. Thyroid dysfunction slows the metabolism of hair follicles. Do you know the status of your thyroid? And no, I'm not talking about just TSH levels. Low protein, low calorie diets definitely stall growth and increase hair shedding. So what tests would we run in order to check for this? Well, on a functional blood test, we want to know what your ferritin levels are. We want your ferritin to be between 70 and 100. So what is yours? When we're looking at a thyroid panel, we're looking at more than just TSH. We want T3, T4, free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and also the 2 types of antibodies that let me know if your immune system is involved with the type of thyroid issue you're dealing with. Now, GI map or a blue poo for gut health, these are big deals too because absorption matters. You can be taking all the right nutrients all day, every day, but if your gut is in bad shape, it's not going to absorb any of them. So what can we do for supplement support? Well, beef liver capsules or heme iron if your ferritin is low, like under 70. These make a big difference. Collagen peptides and silica, and definitely thyroid support if it's needed based on labs. So when it comes to nutrition, we're looking at bone broth, collagen, vitamin C. Vitamin C is a cofactor for collagen synthesis. So make sure if you're on that collagen bandwagon, which is so popular in the alternative or the natural health world right now, make sure you're getting vitamin C in your diet. Grass-fed red meat 2 to 3 times per week. None of this telling me that you don't really eat red meat. It's time to change that 2 to 3 times per week minimum. Also, I want you to get sulfur-rich foods, things like eggs and garlic and onion. Okay, so let's talk about your action steps. When we are talking about root cause hair loss, here's a lab panel for you to look at, the Dutch Complete. When we're talking about blood, I want to see your ferritin, your CBC, your complete blood count, and your TIBC, which is an iron number. A full thyroid panel. I want to see your insulin, your A1C, your cortisol, which is going to come back on your Dutch test, okay? And then I want you to nourish your body with 30 grams of protein per meal, 2 cups of leafy greens plus cruciferous vegetables, 1 adrenal cocktail a day, 1 scoop of collagen plus some vitamin C, a minimum of 20 minutes of sunlight. I just gave you a perfect prescription for how to turn hair loss around. So here's the thing. Hair loss is never just about the hair. It's your body waving the white flag saying, help, I'm depleted. But here's the good news. Once we fix the foundation, your hair can totally grow back. Better, stronger, shinier. And you're not broken. You're just hormonally misunderstood. So let's fix that starting today. That's it for today's episode of the Balanced Hormone Solution podcast. If this resonated, don't just listen, do something about it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you know another woman who's tired of feeling like a stranger in her own body, send her this way. For more support, check out the show notes. I've got resources to help you get started. Just remember, your body isn't broken. You just need the right tools. See you next time.